السلام عليكم everyone and welcome to my channel. في هذا الفيديو إن شاء الله سوف نختبر المستوى المتوسط. It means B1 and B2 levels. واللي بغى قبل يختبر نفسه في المستوى المبتدئ نخلي لكم لا فيديو تطلع لكم على الشاشة. بلا ما نطول عليكم, let's get started. Question number 1. I lived in London over 2 years. The correct answer is A. 4. I lived in London for over 2 years. كي يكون عنا length of time مدة من الزمن نستعملو for. So it is 4 plus length of time. For 1 year, for 2 years, for 2 weeks, etc. سما عند استعمال for رانا نجاوبو على الكويشن ولا على السؤال تاع how long. So here, the question will be, how long did I live in London? Question number 2. Please keep quiet. I, to the radio. You know I, to the news in the mornings. The correct answer for the first gap is A. I'm listening. And the correct answer for the second gap is A. Listen. So it becomes, please be quiet. I'm listening to the radio. You know I listen to the news in the mornings. Why? Because we use the present progressive or the present continuous for actions in progress now. It means I'm listening now. يعني نستعمل الحاضر المستمر للأفعال التي تحدث الآن بشكل مستمر. But when we do the action every day regularly, we use the present simple. يعني عند فعل شيء بانتظام نستعمل الحاضر البسيط. I listen to the news in the mornings. It means every morning I listen to the news. What time work on Monday? الإجابة الصحيحة B. Do you finish? What time do you finish work on Monday? Why did we use the present simple? Because we are referring to a future event which is timetabled. يعني كي يكون الحدث programmé مبرمج كدراسة أو عمل نستعمله الحاضر البسيط. When we were at school, we wear a uniform. الإجابة الصحيحة B. Had to. When we were at school, we had to wear a uniform. Since we are talking about obligation, حاجة اللي لازم تلاميذ يديروها نديرو must or had to. Because both of them express obligation. But since we're speaking about the past, we must use had to. Shall we go on a picnic today? Sun is very warm. I don't like picnics. The correct answer for the first gap is A. The. And the correct answer for the second gap is C. Zero article. So we say, shall we go on a picnic today? The sun is very warm. We use the definite article because we have sun. Sun, moon, universe, earth, everything that is unique, we used the article the. عند وجود شيء واحد فقط في الكون نستعمله the article the. كالشمس، القمر، الأرض إلى آخره. وقدام picnics استعملنا zero article because we are talking about picnics in general. يعني رانا نهضروا بشكل عام. كي نهضروا بشكل عام على شخص أو شيء ما نستعمله والو. يعني zero article. It was expensive that we couldn't afford it. الإجابة الصحيحة A. So, it was so expensive that we couldn't afford it. Why? Because here we are expressing cause and result. So plus adjective plus that. And keep in mind that we have two kinds of so that. يوجد so that المرتبطة, so that مرتبطة. Here, when we want to express purpose, الهدف. And we have so that, this is the separate so that. اللي مشي مرتبطة بيناتهم تجي adjective. Here we are expressing cause and result. I can't find the shop. I bought my computer 2 years ago. الإجابة الصحيحة A. Where? I can't find the shop where I bought my computer 2 years ago. Why? Because we are referring to a place, مكان. So we use where as a relative adverb to refer to a place. They decided to Los Angeles. الإجابة الصحيحة A. To move. They decided to move to Los Angeles. Why? Because always the verb to decide is followed by to plus infinitive. I was relieved when I found out that I'd all my exams. الإجابة الصحيحة B. Passed. I was relieved when I found out that I'd passed all my exams. When we're talking about success, that means you obtain successful results. We use the verb to pass. يعني to sit for the exam is a thing and to pass an exam is another thing. To sit for the exam هو تجلس لتمتحن. لكن to pass an exam تعني نجحت في الامتحان. Now, let's test your listening skill. You're going to listen to 3 different people talk about the necessity of exams. Then, what you're going to do is to match each opinion with a person. There are 2 opinions for each person, and there is only 1 extra opinion that none of the speakers talks about. غادي تسمعوا ل3 أشخاص يهضروا على أهمية الامتحانات. بعدها السؤال كيفاش يكون تربطوا الآراء بأصحابها. It's been 5 years since I sat my university finals, and I still have nightmares about turning over a test paper and not knowing the answer. It was the most stressful experience of my life. After that, I promised I'd never do an exam again, and I haven't. I'll admit that passing those exams helped me land a decent job, but I have never needed to use any of the information I learned while working here. Employers seem to think that by hiring someone with a high-level qualification, they're getting a better worker. But that's not strictly true either. Some people at my workplace have amazing grades in their postgraduate qualifications, but they are no better at their job than anyone else. Actually, some of them are awful to work with. People can be trained to do most jobs, and the skills you need, like having good people skills of being creative and being able to respond effectively to different situations, just can't be tested in exams. When I was in school, I was always at the top of my class and aced my exams. My teachers loved me, and my classmates' parents wished their kids were more like me. My classmates hated me, of course, but that didn't bother me, to be honest. Doing well in exams gave me confidence and a sense of pride. Although I confess, I also felt I was better than anyone else, which I now realize is not true. I simply have a better aptitude for that way of learning, I suppose. Now, I work with people whose grades aren't even close to mine, and they do better than me in the office. You would think that would make me upset, but that's not true. Although I haven't seen any real financial benefit from taking exams, they have made me a disciplined person who values knowledge, and I still take them now for the hobbies I do in my spare time. I think they are a valuable way to reflect on my progress and how well I'm doing. Many people think that exams don't test anything except your ability to take exams. You know how well you can memorize and recall information. They think that students would learn better by doing projects based on their own interests, where what they learn isn't limited by an exam syllabus. Well, that method might work for new people, but in my view, most people don't have enough motivation, whereas an exam serves as a clear objective for students. Plus, I personally think that exams test all sorts of skills besides just your ability to remember stuff like your thought processes, analytical ability, logic intelligence, and your application of knowledge. Honestly, I wouldn't want anyone in a powerful position of responsibility who hadn't proved they had those skills. So in that sense, exams are essential. Of course, the design of paper is critical. A multiple choice paper isn't going to test those sorts of things. Question number 1. Still takes exams as a way to measure progress in his or her new interests. The correct answer is B. Kelly. Question number 2. Doing well in exams doesn't give you useful workplace skills. The correct answer is A. David. Question number 3. Exams can test many different skills if they are well designed. The correct answer is C. Emma. Question number 4. Doing exams has had an impact on his or her personality. The correct answer is B. Kelly. Question number 5. People would learn better if they could study what they liked. The correct answer is D. No one. Question number 6. Without exams, people would not be motivated to learn. The correct answer is C. Emma. Last question. Passing an exam was necessary to get his or her current job. The correct answer is A. David. That's it for B1 level. Tell me about your score. إذا جبتوا من 6 إلى 10 إجابات صحيحة, well done. That means you move on to test yourself in the next level B2. وإذا جبتوا أقل من 6 إجابات صحيحة, ننصحكم تزيدوا تتمرنوا في هذا المستوى, مستوى B1, وبعدها تلتحقوا المستوى B2. لنواصل مستوى B2. Both parties agreed to a 2-day to evacuate civilians from the city. الإجابة الصحيحة B. Ceasefire. Now what does ceasefire mean? A ceasefire is an agreement between two fighting parties to stop fighting temporarily. بالعربية وقف إطلاق النار. Why do they do this? Because they want to evacuate civilians from the city. يعني يريدون إخلاء المواطنين من المدينة. As simple as that. You need to before you have an accident. الإجابة الصحيحة A. Get your car fixed. So you need to get your car fixed before you have an accident. Why? Because we use get or have something done when we talk about something that someone else does for us. كما في هذا المثال لم يقم صاحب السيارة بإصلاحها بل شخص آخر قام بمساعدته. He, German very well. He's only lived in Germany for 1 month. الإجابة الصحيحة A. Can't speak. He can't speak German very well. He's only lived in Germany for 1 month. Why? Because we are sure that he is not able to speak German in the present, neither in the past nor in the future. Mike managed to his addiction with the help of friends and family. The correct answer is B. Overcome. Mike managed to overcome his addiction with the help of friends and family. We used to overcome when we have difficult situations or problems. بالعربية يتغلب على. The fire spread very quickly. Must have been something flammable. الإجابة الصحيحة A. There. The fire spread very quickly. There must have been something flammable. We use there to say that something exists somewhere. For example, something flammable in the house. Tara was 2 to speak when she heard the shocking news. الإجابة الصحيحة D. Stunned. Tara was too stunned to speak when she heard the shocking news. We use the adjective stunned when we are shocked and just can't express our emotions. You need to find a more user-friendly name. People can access it more quickly. The correct answer is A. So that. You need to find a more user-friendly name so that people can access it more quickly. Just like I already explained, we have 2 kinds of so that, and this kind of so that is not separate. So that it means it expresses purpose, الهدف. She didn't remember to take the rubbish out, and the correct answer is B. Neither did he. She didn't remember to take the rubbish out, and neither did he. We use neither plus auxiliary plus subject when we want to agree to a previous negative sentence. The negative sentence that we have is, she didn't remember to take the rubbish out. And the same for him. He didn't remember to take the rubbish out. So here we have two similar negative sentences. But since we want to avoid repetition, we use neither plus auxiliary plus subject. It means neither did he. We hope that one day they will find a cure, cancer. The correct answer is B. 4. We hope that one day they will find a cure for cancer. Why? Because the word cure is followed by the preposition for. Now, let's test your listening skill. You're going to listen to a talk about motivation, and then what you're going to do is to answer the questions or the statements by true or false. So, we think we know how to motivate people, right? Offer them a reward, do this and you'll get this. Do this faster, earn more money. Do this better than anyone else. Here's your promotion. We offer incentives when we want people to do things. We do it at work, at school, even at home with our kids. Tidy your room and you can watch TV. But when social psychologists test whether incentives work, they get surprising results. Sam Glassberg from Princeton University, America, set people a problem to solve and told them he was going to time them to see how long they took. Then he put in two groups. He offered one group a reward for finishing fast, $5 for anyone finishing in the top 25%, and $20 for the person who finished the fastest of all. To the other group, he offered no incentives, but he told them he was going to use their times to calculate an average time. The first group, the ones with the reward, solved the problem faster, you think, right? Well, no. They actually took 3.5 minutes longer than the group who just thought they were being timed. Incentive didn't work. In fact, it made them slower. This experiment has been repeated with the same results many times. But in business, we still offer bonuses, promotions, and rewards to stuff. That's fine if we want them to do something simple, like chop wood. We'll pay you more if you chop the wood faster. An incentive works then. But if we want someone to do something complex, something creative, something where they have to think, rewards don't work. They might even have the opposite result and make people perform worse. Another study by Dan Ariely showed that the bigger the reward, the worse the subject performed on a complex task. The reward made them focus so hard on the result that they couldn't think creatively anymore. And this all matters because more and more simple jobs will become automated. We will be left with creative, problem-solving jobs that computers will never do. And we need to find a way to motivate people to do those jobs when we've proved that traditional incentives don't work. So what does work? Giving your workers freedom? Freedom to work on the things they want to work on? Freedom to choose when, where, and how they work? Want to work from home 3 days a week? Get up late and work into the night instead? Fine, just do the job well. And evidence shows people who choose the way they work get results. Companies that give employees time during the week to work on things that interest them and are not a part of their regular job achieve amazing things. Some of the big tech companies are good examples of this, with ping pong tables and areas to relax in. The first statement says, we try to motivate workers in the same way that we try to motivate our children. Yes, it's true. The second statement says, in the Glassberg experiment, the people who were offered a reward finished faster than people who were not offered one. No, it is false. The third statement says, The people who were offered smaller rewards in Ariely's experiment performed better than those offered bigger rewards. Yes, it is true. Statement number 4. In Ariely's experiment, people were more creative when they were concentrating on achieving a goal. No, it is false. Statement number 5. In the future, jobs will require workers to be more creative. Yes, it is true. The last statement says, people always work better when they start the day later and work into the night. No, it is false. That's it. Tell me about your score. إذا جبتوا أقل من 6 إجابات صحيحة، ننصحكم تزيدوا تحلوا تمارين في مستوى B2. Remember, practice makes perfect. إذا جبتوا من 6 إلى 10 إجابات صحيحة، congratulations, that's awesome. That means you move on to test yourself in the next video, the advanced level C1 and C2. وما تنسوش إذا عجبكم الفيديو تخلوا لايك وتبارطاجوه باش يستفاد الجميع. وإذا كنتوا جدد مرحبا بكم، ما تنسوش بالضغط على زر الاشتراك. That's it. Take care.